Ever seen a store mannequin and felt a chill run down your spine? Like it's watching you. Most of us just shake it off. It's just plastic, right? But what if one day it wasn't? That's exactly what happened in a story that still haunts me to this day. It all started with a photo, a single, grainy image posted online that quickly went viral. It showed a mannequin in a high-end boutique window. Nothing unusual at first glance, but if you looked closer, you'd see it. A crack in the flawless, painted surface. And underneath, something that looked disturbingly human. The paint was peeling away near the mannequin's neck, revealing what looked like real. The culling skin, it was horrifying. The internet exploded. Thousands of comments poured in. Most people dismissed it as a brilliant, if macabre, art installation, a statement on consumerism or the fleeting nature of beauty. Others screamed it was fake, a clever Photoshop job designed to get clicks. The store's owner, a reclusive and eccentric artist, simply fueled the speculation with cryptic comments. Sagin only that art should make you feel something. And boy, did it. It made people feel sick, fascinated, and terrified all at once. For weeks, the skin mannequin, as it was called, was the talk of the town. People flocked to the store, pressing their faces against the glass, trying to decide for themselves if it was real. The media had a field day, but eventually, like all viral sensations, the buzz died down. It was old news, just another weird internet story. Everyone moved on, everyone, except for one person. Detective Miles Corbin couldn't let it go. He was a veteran cop, just a few months shy of retirement, and he'd seen it all. But something about that photo tugged at him. While everyone else was debating art in Photoshop, Miles saw things others missed. He spent his nights poring over the high-resolution image, zooming in, enhancing, comparing. He noticed the faint, almost invisible pattern of pores on the exposed skin. He saw a tiny, discolored freckle near the collarbone. He even thought he could make out the delicate trace of a scar above the eyebrow, expertly hidden by the mannequin's wig. These weren't the strokes of an artist. They were the unique, imperfect markers of a real person. Corbin was known for his obsession with cold cases. His office was a graveyard of forgotten files, a testament to victims the world had left behind. He pulled out a file from over a decade ago, the case of a missing young woman, a local art student named Elisa Vance. She had vanished without a trace. No leads, no suspects, no body. The case went cold, buried under years of new tragedies. As he opened the folder, his blood ran cold. He stared at Elisa's missing person photo. There it was, the same faint scar above her eyebrow, the same unique freckle on her collarbone. It couldn't be a coincidence. His colleagues told him he was crazy, that he was seeing ghosts, chasing shadows, because he couldn't accept retirement. His captain officially warned him to drop it. The store owner had been cleared years ago. There was no evidence. But Corbin knew. He knew that Mannequin wasn't just a disturbing piece of art. It was Elisa Vance. He was looking at a decade-old crime, hidden in plain sight, admired by thousands as a masterpiece. The killer hadn't just gotten away with it. They had turned their victim into a twisted trophy and put her on public display. Corbin began digging, unofficially, of course. He revisited every piece of evidence from the original investigation. Elisa was a promising artist herself. She was a student of the very same reclusive artist who owned the boutique. In fact, she was his star pupil, his protege. The original police report noted that the artist was questioned, but he had a solid alibi. He claimed Elisa had simply run away, seeking inspiration elsewhere. With no evidence of foul play, the police had no choice but to accept his story. But now, with the mannequin as his silent witness, Corbin saw the narrative differently. He discovered the artist specialized in a unique, hyper-realistic form of sculpture, using a complex polymer mixture that he kept a closely guarded secret. Corbin theorized that this wasn't just paint peeling off. It was a sophisticated preservative layer, a chemical cocoon that had perfectly encased Elisa's body, preserving it in a horrifying state between life and death. The killer wasn't just a murderer. They were a monstrous artist, and Elisa was his magnum opus. The challenge was immense. How could he prove it? He couldn't just smash the window and perform an autopsy based on a hunch. He needed undeniable proof. He started tailing the store owner, a man named Julian Croft. Croft was a creature of habit. He lived above the shop, rarely went out, and was intensely private. Corbin watched him for weeks, learning his routine. He noticed that every Tuesday night, Croft would close the shop and work late into the night, often in the basement workshop. The lights would be on until dawn. One rainy Tuesday night, Corbin picked the lock to the back alley door and slipped into the silent, dark boutique. The air was thick with the scent of chemicals and old perfume. There were mannequins everywhere, their glass eyes seeming to follow him in the gloom. And then he saw her in the main window display, bathed in the faint glow of the streetlights. The skin mannequin. Up close, it was 1,000 times more horrifying than the photo. The texture of the exposed patch was undeniably organic. He could see tiny, broken capillaries, a detail no artist could possibly replicate. His heart pounded in his chest. He was right. He made his way to the basement door, but heard a floorboard creak upstairs. Footsteps. Croft was there. Corbin ducked behind a rack of clothes, his hand on his service weapon. He heard Croft humming a strange melody, then retreating upstairs. Corbin quickly searched the main workshop area. On a drafting table were anatomical drawings, including one of Eliza's face with notes on chemical compositions and preservation techniques. It was a recipe for turning a human body into art. Nearby, a leather-bound journal detailed Croft's twisted philosophy and obsession with Eliza, describing her preservation as his greatest masterpiece. With photos of the sketches in the journal, Corbin went straight to his captain. The evidence was irrefutable. The next morning, a forensic team swarmed the boutique. Croft confessed calmly, proud of his artistic achievement. The lab confirmed the mannequin was Eliza's preserved body. The story exploded in the media, and Corbin retired a hero, having brought justice to a victim hidden in plain sight for a decade. It's a chilling reminder to always look closer, because you never know what secrets might be hiding just beneath the surface. Thanks for watching. If this story gave you chills, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts and theories in the comments, and subscribe for more dark mysteries and Detective Tellysby, because the next case could be closer than you think, staring back at you from a window you pass every night.